Hello, Aries. Happy May. Thanks for visiting your new happy place for the first time or again. I appreciate you. So, for the month of May, you have the rune Tiwaz or Taiwaz, and it refers to the polar star, which basically urges you to be so very Aries. Go straight along your path. I wrote here, pick a personal point of focus and run with it. Have a goal in front of your horns. And I love that I picked this one for you because it is literally an arrow, right? I'm sorry, you can't see that. A directional arrow. All right. So I'm gonna stop saying all right so much, but I am going to flip her and get started. What I'm going to try to do is show you, or ask the cards to help you see and formulate an attitude of ram, an attitude of I am, an attitude of forward momentum being absolutely for you. Picking your own personal point of perspective is so, so very important. So that being said, pardon me. That being said, I do believe we're going to start with archetypes for you because we have the rune of direction, of authority, of being that Aries in that moment. Most definitely for you, right? All right, so what this is going to do, this is going to paint us a picture of how you can set that point like a red flag in a bull rodeo thing, right? You want this, not a red flag isn't a bad thing. I mean, you want this target so crystal clear that you can see it with all of your eyes closed. You don't need a target. You know your general evolutional aim for yourself, right? One more. So, now the vision. Okay. And I'm going to try to speak up a little because I realize my voice can waver. I will get a microphone at some point, but for now, I believe. All right, so the Aries in May. Aries, oh, wow. The one. Perfect. Exactly the attitude you need to have. All things are connected. I am the center. I am all. It is all me. I have influence on every bit of it, and it has influence on me to the degree that I allow it. We are all connected. All the potential in the world right there. But also a single point. That's so dynamic. Wow. Okay. And where is this Aries going in order to develop this? The Mystic. Wow. Perfect. The possibilities of wow. The possibilities of what that blooming could entail for you. Becoming more aware of the energy of the one. Okay. A tool. The crown. Knowing that you have the life experience, you have the connection, you have the wisdom, you know what you need to know in order to move forward. Okay. And why? The forest. Growth. Ultimate growth. And ownership of that growth. That always feels like the Emperor card to me. On the bottom, we have the Unseen. Seems perfect. All right. So, as an Aries, face first, what are we looking at here? The one going into the realm of the mystic. And I think we're going to get you a mystical shaman card. This feels very mystical shaman. Let's do that. So yeah, the one goes into the mystical with a crow in hand. A well-earned crow at that. As an Aries, you're very aware of what you know and who you are, or and how you see yourself, which is most important. You know where your point of perspective is, right? The Emperor. It's because we want you to own this. That forest is yours. That forest is yours. Okay. Let me cut those. Alright, let's get you one of these. Oh, wow. The Mystical Shaman in reverse, which means we're going to read the medicine for you. This deck comes with gorgeous reversal medicine, it calls it. Completion in reverse. Wow, you're on quite the mission. I love it. All right, let me grab that book real quick. Feel free to fast forward if you don't like these cards. But here's the book. The Mystical Shaman, number 38. Number 38. It is. Okay. Oh, I guess I could have held it for you. I'm going to hold it in reverse because that's the way it came up for you. All right. This is the symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. I'm going to say that one more time. This is the symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In so doing, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is the symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all matter of miracles and manifestations are possible. Possible. Wow. Okay, and the medicine, really quick here. Be careful what you pray for. That point of focus is important. Okay, be careful what you pray for. The mystical shaman cautions you against relentless attachment to a certain form that you think will make you happy, prosperous, famous, loved, etc. However, in seeing your dreams come into being, had you considered what you were willing to sacrifice for it? Perhaps you have been telling yourself a certain story for so long, the story that only when you reach this particular goal will you be happy, that you will arrive. You didn't even notice you're no longer the person who wanted those outcomes. You may have moved beyond those stories. Well, there we go. Perhaps it's time to admit to yourself that you need to imagine a new story that is more in alignment with who you have become. This is just one moment in millions of moments in the continuum of a life. Let it go. Let it be just a story and move on. Better tales are waiting to be told. Okay. Well, there we go. And this rune right here, again, all about authority, movement of energy, polar star, direction. Okay, wonderful. New story. New story. As the one influence in your life that matters is yours, right? All the possibilities of that are in the mystic with what you already know in your hand. You already know. So you know what you don't want, you know what you do kind of want, you know the parameters of a lot of things up to this point. So with what you know in hand, you are creating a forest. You are creating your world. All right, new story. And let's get you some direction from the White Light Oracle. I like to have a full stage here for you, so I feel like I gave you a full perspective on your new happy places perspective of your reading. So, a full session. Get them all out. I'm a fan. So I don't know if I have mentioned this before, but if you're new, I'm a big fan of your new happy place being somewhere where you can do these things for yourself. Oh wow, Deer of Delta. Nice. Comforted, protected. Just like that crow is held in the hand easily, not tight, loose but firm. All is well. All is well. Thank you, Spirit Bear, to back it up. Wonderful. Deer of Delta. All right, and let's get you some, what I consider the aspect of air on this table. This, at the moment anyway, is called the Awake Oracle. So we'll see what this has to add. That was fast. Sea Star. Great. The growth, the wow, the personally chosen trajectory of your spiral, of your infinite growth, right? Perfect. Your new story. Well, not even so much your new story, but the beauty of the progression of your story up until now. Your story has meaning. That story was for something. It was for you to be who you are now. There's so much beauty in that old story. You're growing on that old story. You're going up and out, getting bigger as you grow, right? Your energy gets bigger and wider and deeper and expansive, more mystic. Okay. Begin anew. Beautiful. Begin anew. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, because I could have went on all afternoon about that. Okay. I don't know why, but I just felt sort of scattered there. Interesting. All right. You want to throw one of these out? I feel it. Just one, though. Just one. These are just awkwardly just big enough to hold in either direction. But slick at the same time, so kind of fun. Alright, and from the Queen of the Moon, the element of water, the void. Perfect. Opportunity. It's yours. The one. The void. Well, depending on how you want to look at that. New story. New story. All powerful. The I am. The moment that Aries is in right now. I love this. Especially for May. Gratitude. Especially for May. It seems perfect. Alright, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and move this. And let's get you a blessing for the month of May. Actually, let's go ahead and get you one of these real quick. No, not real quick. These are verses that I've personally colored. Just one spare. Just one. And let's see what you get. Perfect. Look at that. It's even in red for you. It says, for the happy heart, life is a continual feast. Yes. Yes. Exactly. I'm going to put that up there right next to the void. Wonderful. It really is just all about your personal, that personal point of focus and doing it, going for it. It's all yours. It's in your hands. It's beautiful. That self-empowerment, man, there's nothing like it. And it's the most healthy. Um, not the most healthy, but it is such a healthy place to begin anything, is that I am everything I need to be in the moment that I'm in. Um, so empowering. So empowering. All right, Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and do my elaborate refigured Celtic cross for you, because it's yeah. All right. Now, if that doesn't go with your rune, I don't know what would. As a significator of your reading, the one, that golden egg, that golden, gorgeous moment that you realize it's all yours, it's all in your hands. Beautiful. Beautiful. The self, the full, trusting, potential, the mystic, begin anew. Now, this is an educated fool in this moment. I'm going to call it that, right? Because Aries, you weren't born yesterday. However, that is such a beautiful thing right now, because you weren't born yesterday. You know who you are. You know what you would really like to experience in your life. For the happy heart, life is a continual feast. You know what you want to, where you want your energy to go, right? All right, where is your foundation? All right, you know how your energy moves, arrows, right? You know how your energy moves. You are. Let me move this a little bit. You're aware, okay? And we have the unseen again as the underlining of it. You know how energy moves. And if you don't, please do get to learn how your energy influences the moment you're in. Because this is very important. Very important to have a direction. This is what your energy does. When you have that point of focus, it's going to move. It's going to move, all right? Now, whether you're aware of that being your foundation, but that is the whole moral of the story. The moving of energy in the direction that you want it to go. And as an Aries, that's important, right? That's important. Where do I want to put these to get out of the way? Okay, right in front of me. All right, the self in the past, Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, beautiful. Authenticity. You understand where you are at this moment, right? This is the self in the past. Perfect. Authenticity. You know where you stand with the energy that you've created. You're still holding your wand. You're holding your one wand. The rest are lined up behind you in order. All right. Spirit. Justice. Assertion. For the best. Right? That's universal. That's law. Do it. Own it. If you own it, it's yours. That is it. Strength as self in the present. Wonderful. To go from the Nine of Wands to strength. Knowing that your influence is infinite. And you are a mixture of spirit and matter. There's strength in that. At the heart of it, the basic heart of a strength card, you are spirit in matter, or matter in spirit, or matter and spirit meet, right? Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the future for Aries. Woohoo! The Empress with the Deer of Delta and the Sea Star and the Shaman, the Mystic, the Crone, the Forest, flourishing, and magnetic. Loving what you're doing, being super, super attractive because you're loving what you're doing, and that kind of stuff. That multifaceted perspective is hot, right? The self in the future. Able. I don't know why that's the only word, but able. Okay, because the foundation is the Eight of Wands. And the self in the past is the Nine of Wands. The self in the future is the Five of Wands. Discourse, conversation, debate, equal debate. I mean, there's no anger here. This is just conversation. This is able to share and intelligently converse about where you stand. And everybody has their own equal power here. Everyone there is asserting themselves. I like that. That's a healthy forest, right? That's a healthy forest. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion is equal to the other because our opinion personally is the only one that matters in our own personal life. The bridge. Okay. A clear conscience. A clear direction. Without influence from any outside, external, anything. Authority. Personal self-authority. Right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. You and your connection, the information that you have, as well as your connection with the universe, however you want to word that, need to be your only drivers. You, how you see your world being the best possible. You need to make strides towards that because this is big energy you have. Big, beautiful feast, continual feast energy, right? And it's May. It's that time. Woo. Okay. Whew. The truth. You got some big energy here. Your situation is the Ace of Pentacles. Yourself is the Fool. The cross between is the Ace of Swords. Taking the truth and running with it. I just can't even say that any cleaner. Wow. That's some real I am power right there. That is absolute assertion of a clear focus. Truth. Justice supporting. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. What's the hope? The Hierophant. Wonderful. Sovereignty. Full embodiment of your personal energy. But with making the invisible visible, right? You want to, not that you want to, but it's good to be seen when we take the lead, right? I mean, as an Aries, you know this. It's good to be seen when we take the lead, but it's not about taking the lead for taking the lead's sake. It's about educating people, right? To whatever degree we're taking the lead, and because we believe that we can help the situation one way or the other. That is the Hierophant coming right after the Emperor. The Emperor knows the situation. The Hierophant wants to add to the situation. Okay? Interesting. Aries. Absolutely. The forest is important. Fear. Perspective. Okay. How does the fear progress, Spirit? The Tower. Owning it. Okay, so it looks like the fear is stewing in it. It is having that perspective but not doing anything with it. It looks like you're about to shake some foundations, setting that energy moving in the best ways. You know, the Tower is just it's this decision to change. You know, you're sending a light, whether you or the divine. This is coming to a situation where your perspective is going to be undeniable in the best way. Okay? It is connecting with strength and the Empress. This is a beautiful thing. This is that sword in action in order to better your life and your immediate world in order to influence whatever might be lucky enough to be influenced by you doing the very best you can in the moment you're in. Advice, Spirit. Well, the Ace of Wands, perfect. You have 3 aces in a row. Wow, talk about an amazing fresh start. like literally sovereignty all the way. Ignite your adventure. The art of fresh starts. This is your life. Set it on fire in the best, best possible passionate way. This is your advice. The Ace of Wands. You're being given inspiration, most certainly. So, right now, your situation is opportunity. Okay? Take the sword, which is your idea, your intellect, your focus. Add some passion to it. Put that wand to action. Make it real. Make it real. What is your outcome for this month of May? Ooh, knowing your the value of what you add to any moment that you're in. This is a very I'm not really sure what astrological sign is attributed to these cards, but which is something I'm going to look into in the future. But this feels very Aries, like a sitting Aries, right? Like sitting bull. He knows the influence he has on his city. He owns it. He's aware. Like the value that you inherently came in with, that you can have in any moment that you're in. Very, very, very aware that this is your forest, right? Continual feast. Wow. Aries, I'll tell you what, you have a fantastic month to look forward to. Look at that. Three of Wands as your underlying, with the unseen being the underlying on the archetype. I mean, that is seeing the forest, right? Creating the forest. Not even creating the forest, bettering the forest. It's like you're um what do they say? Restoration. You're improving the forest. Restoring the forest. I love it. Remember to aim. Your authority is where it's at. So it's all about you. And as long as you're aiming for the highest good of all, you go. Go. Most definitely. Move forward. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking on this video. Thank you for stopping in, and I hope that I helped you. And I almost made. That being said, thank you very much. I appreciate all y'all. Happy May.